things together that
he really should have won a world title in that Ferrari, shouldn't he? That's so disappointing, like, especially if you're that good. What is going on, guys? It is JJ here, back with a new video, and today we're going to take a look at the 10 debut wins in F1. I don't even know what the context is going to be for this. I'm kind of excited to see where this is going to go, what's going to happen, who's going to win what, and what races they exactly are. It's a nice little sort of broader F1 video to get us back in line for Spa. The summer break is finally over. Ferrari fans are probably in the mud. We are going to do a mid-season review video. I'm probably going to make it like 15-20 minutes. And we're just going to talk about what I've learned from F1, what we've seen so far, what I've actually thoroughly enjoyed about F1 so far throughout the season. And that one's not going to include any footage. We're just going to kind of try to keep it laid back and kind of just look at like what would be F1 season in a whole. That's what I'm trying to do as an F1 content creator, is maybe not phase out the reaction videos, because that's what we are going to continue to do, but also including gaming, including actual reviews, and the live streams that'll be back this week. Those will be a blast. Whether that'll be the gaming ones, hopefully that will be up this week, that or just qualifying the Grand Prix. Belgium is normally AM. It's going to be an AM race for me at least, but it should not be too early for me to get up and to join you guys on the live streams. It's going to be an absolute blast. So anyway, we're going to take a look at the 10 debut wins in F1. Let me know what you guys think. What is your favorite debut win? What is the context for it? And what races do you guys want to see this week gearing up for Spa? So let's get into the video. As well, guys, you can find the original video down in the description below.
Fernando Alonso made the move to Ferrari for 2010 and immediately took his first win in red at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Having qualified third, the Spaniard jumped his teammate Felipe Massa on the opening lap, before taking over at the front when Sebastian Vettel's Red Bull hit trouble. A magical day for the Tifosi and their new hero.
winning the race is very special, and winning the first race of the championship and the first race with Ferrari is a combination of many things together that
he really should have won a world title in that Ferrari, shouldn't he? That's so disappointing, like, especially if you're that good. And just like 2012 L, I feel so bad for him.
it makes
but
the day very special.
In 2010 and 2012.
Having famously been dropped by Ferrari at the end of 1991, Alain Prost returned to Formula One in 1993 for a Williams team that had won both championships the year before. Out-qualifying teammate Damon Hill by almost 2 seconds at Kyalami, Prost went on to dominate the race, finishing 1 minute and 20 seconds clear of his closest rival, McLaren's Ayrton Senna. A truly dominant display, despite a year out on the sidelines. Mario Andretti only scored points at 2 races in 1971. But the first of those was a superb victory at the season opener in South Africa. Andretti worked his way to the front from 4th on the grid to take his first victory in Formula One, and all with the prancing horse of Ferrari.
They would end up getting their own team, correct, Andretti? I don't think I'm wrong in saying that. I'm pretty sure they ended up with their own team eventually. But
missed out on the championship twice during his time with McLaren, Kimi Räikkönen moved to Ferrari for 2007 with the aim of finally taking the ultimate prize. Straight out of the gate, the Finn was on the pace, taking pole position, the race win, and the fastest lap at the opening round in Melbourne. Räikkönen would go on to win the championship by 1 point from McLaren's Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso.
Well, it's a good place to start, and we just need to keep working hard and push hard and try to win more races.
And that is what I miss right there, the Kimi interviews. I mean, imagine though, that's such a great start to your career with a team, is to immediately win the world title with them. Not only in your debut season with them, but then you win the first race as well. Like, that's about as dreamy
Juan
as can
Manuel
be.
Fangio had won 2 races in 1954 for Maserati, but the Argentine remarkably decided to move teams mid-season, switching to the all-new Mercedes team for the French Grand Prix. Despite the upheaval, and despite it being Mercedes' debut, Fangio continued to lead the way, battling hard with teammate Carl Klein before eventually seeing the checkered flag first, just a second clear of his German rival.
What even is that?
Remarkably, Italian Giancarlo Baghetti won on his very first appearance in Formula One, racing for FISA at the 1961 French Grand Prix. Baghetti fought hard with Porsche's Dan Gurney to win a dramatic race by just 1/10 of a second. This would be the Italian's one and only time on the Formula One podium, and he collected just 2 more points finishes over his next 20 race starts.
Still got that first win though.
Throughout pre-season testing in 1989, Nigel Mansell suffered awful reliability with his new Ferrari team, and when he broke down again in qualifying for the season's opener in Brazil, he booked an early flight home. But miraculously for Mansell, everything worked on race day, and the Brit was able to take an unlikely win from 6th on the grid. 4 consecutive retirements, however, followed, proving just how fortunate he'd been.
I can't really.
So legitimately, he pushed the car probably to its brink to get that opening win, and then it just crapped out on him afterwards. Also, great stash. That is one fine stash there, Nigel Mansell. I gotta
Say it
applaud
for
that.
1 minute that I expected it to keep going, but I mean, I'm still finding it hard to believe now, but yeah, it's great. It's just great to be back here again.
Honda employees had been left jobless when the team pulled out of Formula One at the end of 2008. That was until Ross Brawn stepped in and raised Brawn GP from the ashes. Honda had struggled over recent years, and the chances of the newly named Brawn being at all competitive seemed improbable, if not impossible. But after linking up with Mercedes-Benz to provide engines and exploiting a loophole in the regulations regarding the car's diffuser, the team built a rocket, and their car was the one to beat. Jenson Button won the race from pole position and would go on to complete a story made for Hollywood by winning the Drivers' Championship in Brazil.
You know, I think that people understand what we've been through the last few months, and I think we've got a lot of support out there. We're sort of the people.
We need to watch the 2009 season. That we will add to the schedule. The 2009 season with Jenson Button, we need to watch, because that seems almost improbable. Like, you brought a team from the complete ashes, and then turned out you used a loophole in F1's own sort of, you know, qualifications to make the best car in the world. That's
For
unreal.
1977,
That's
Jody Scheckter took the gamble of switching from the competitive Tyrrell to the all-new Walter Wolf racing team. Expectations weren't high, and having qualified only 11th, the race victory seemed unlikely at best. But a race of high attrition allowed Scheckter to work his way up through the field, and he passed Carlos Pache in the closing laps to take over at the front and claim a truly memorable win. When Red Bull Racing dropped Danik Fiat following a tough start to 2016, Max Verstappen was promoted from their sister team Toro Rosso to take his place. His first race was the Spanish Grand Prix, and the Dutchman suddenly found himself in a race-winning position after the dominant Mercedes duo of Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg crashed into each other on the opening lap. Max fought off a challenge from Kimi Raikkonen, having to hold the Finn at bay to take a dream first career win with his new team, and in doing so, becoming the sport's youngest ever race winner.
Yes! Yes! Unbelievable, Max. Unbelievable.
It's amazing. I can't believe it. It was a great race, and to win straight away in the first race, it's incredible.
Honestly, that probably will be the best one. That probably will forever be the best one. Like, Max Verstappen, youngest, first time in the Red Bull, and immediately gets a win because of the beef between the two Mercedes cars, both of whom would end up finishing 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship. So, like, it really, Verstappen probably wouldn't have got the win had it not been for the Mercedes beef, but that makes it even better because now look at what Max has done. But okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What is your favorite debut win? Whether it's for a team, for a driver, for a car. I think people, maybe not Vettel in that list, but who knows? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching though, and peace.